Hi everybody, it's Charisma of Charisma's Corner, and we are in the Little Pink Barn. We are working on Dazzle, and we are in month 6, and this is, after this month we only have 2 months to go of blocks, and we have made good progress, and I love seeing all of the projects happening. This is a new basics line from QT Fabrics called Vibe. It's absolutely beautiful. Check it out if you haven't, if you're new here. Anyway, so let's get going on month 6. This one was a little bit more, I don't want to say difficult, but a little bit more tedious because we had paper piecing, and I know not everybody's a big fan of that, but I love paper piecing. The only reason we did these units with paper piecing is because they were kind of odd sizes and small, but it goes pretty quickly. It's very basic. So we have our papers. Again, check your templates. The test box, 1 inch. If it fits on your ruler, great. If it is off by just a fraction of a hair, you want to make sure that you adjust your printer settings. Okay, so in order to do this, we're going to do the small one first. It's basically the same one, just we have some squares on the other paper piece unit. But we have our triangle cut here. You just kind of want to hold it up to the light and make sure that you have filled in that whole triangle space. That's number 1. Getting it started is the most difficult part on your paper piece unit. So I've folded it between the lines 1 and 2, and I'm going to go ahead and put my yellow triangle corner unit there, and then I'm going to sew on this black line between 1 and 2, and I'm going to start in this corner at the dashed line, and then I'm going to go all the way to the top of the triangle, but I'm not going to go past that because I'll catch that seam on the last one. Okay, and now I'm going to open that up, and I'm just going to give that a press. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it between 1 and 3, and then I'm going to go ahead and line up my triangle and sew the complete line from the dash line to the dash line. And now we can trim this up and take off the paper. And you can line up your ruler on the solid black line with your 1/4 inch, or you can use your 1/4 inch ruler if you have one. But either way, line it up on the solid black line and then cut on the dashed line. And then we can rip off our paper. And if you want to, you can adjust your stitch length to a smaller stitch. This is paper piecing paper, so it comes off pretty easily. Not worried about it. So there is the first part of that unit. And now we're going to do the second one, which we're going to go through the same process. We have our triangle. We'll hold it up to the light, line up that triangle. It's 1 and 2. I really pretty much already have it lined up with the cut triangles, but so we'll go ahead and sew that line. Same thing, we'll go from, I'm just going to go from the solid line to the end of that solid line between 1 and 2. Fold between 1 and 3. I'm going to put my triangle there. Press that, and now go to number between 3 and 4. And I'm just going to trim that to 1/4 inch. Line up my square. now we're going to go ahead and trim this one as well, lining up on my 1/4 inch on that solid black line. Always the most satisfying part of paper piecing, ripping off that paper and seeing our unit all finished. Okay, so now we have that part done and we have our little square. So we can go ahead and sew those together. So now we're building this one a little bit differently than we normally build a block. So we have each of our corner units here. This is how we're building the block, sort of on point. And then when you build the block on point, it looks like it's square in the quilt. Isn't that great? Okay. So one of the units that we need, it's easier for me if I go ahead and line it up like this so that I know and keep everything in order. So then what we're going to do is go ahead and fold this in half. And I'm just going to press it. And we're going to do that both ways so we have those crease lines that make a cross in the square. Okay, so we have that, and now we're going to do the same thing on these yellow half square triangles. Okay, and the reason that we do that is because then we know exactly where to line up those triangles onto the square when we sew it, so that we know this exactly lines up in the middle on both of those pieces, and we'll go ahead and sew those. Okay, so one of these units is done. It's the other corner unit there. And now on this one, we just need to add these background triangles to the sides. And now we can start sewing our block together. So we'll put this one. We get to sew the 2 corner units, and you can always pin them if you feel more comfortable doing that to line up these corners here. And here is our month 6 block. So easy, right? It's just a beginning paper piecing. So it's a great way to start if you haven't done that before, but it's so accurate, goes together quickly. Dazzle, month 6, if I can count 6. And Vibe Fabric, QT Fabrics. See you next month for month 7. Have a great day. Bye.